Here we have a PS5 Digital that came in for no power. You press on the power button, console goes on for a split second, you see the blue light, and then it turns back off. Try again. Power button, it turns on for a split second, then it goes back off. We already disassembled the board right here, and we're gonna inspect and see what's going on and why the console is not working. Without wasting any time, let's go under the microscope. And we're gonna start by checking the 12-volt input. I do not believe we have any issues on the 12-volt line, because if we did have, let's say, a short circuit on the 12-volt line, the console will not even power on, not for a split second. Right now it's powering on a second or two, and then it goes back off. Meter in diode mode, and we're gonna check what's on my probe. We have ground here, and we have 0.44 voltage drop here. Like I said, we do not have a short circuit on the 12-volt line. What else can we test? A lot of things we can test on the board. I always try to do things as soon as possible without wasting time. Let's go here quick. 0.44, no problem. And we have a short circuit right here. We got it. In what? In 10 seconds? We got it. Without wasting any time. We figured it out. We have a short circuit right here. A lot of you may call it luck, but I don't know. I've been lucky the past 1,000 videos. When will that luck stop? Easy repair. Right. Easy if you know what you're doing. Everything is easy if you know what you're doing. Now, from experience, a short circuit on this cap that's right next to the 12-volt line is usually a short circuit on back of the board, right under the cap. There's not much going on right here. We did not measure a short at the coil. We do have one cap here, but I fixed so many PS5s, and this cap is never ever the problem. I never had to replace this cap, not even once. But just for the sake of this video, let's measure it. Measure for a short, and we are reading 0.58. Let's flip the board and see what's on back of the board. And right here we have our 12-volt pins. And if we look on this side of the board, the cap is right under this area. So our interest is looking in this area. We may also look at this area here. If you notice, we have caps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and any one of those caps could be causing a short. We have more caps here, we have more caps here, we have more caps here, we have more caps here. Anytime you have capacitors, there's always a chance of a short circuit. Any circuit, any laptop, any console, any TV, any electronic device. If you have capacitors, capacitors can fail. And they fail a lot. Some viewers asked, how come most of your repairs are short circuit? How come most devices have capacitors? Just ask yourself the question. I don't know. I did not put the short circuit there. I just hope and wish that all devices have a short circuit, because there's a very good chance that we will be able to track down the short and fix the problem. So let's go ahead and measure this area and see if we have a short circuit, because right on the other side of the board, we had a short circuit on the cap. So if we measure right here, we do not have a short circuit. If we measure any one of those caps, we do not have a short circuit. 0.44 voltage drop. And of course, all those caps are connected in parallel, so we do not have any issues here. And let's check this side. Same thing, 0.44 voltage drop. And let's check this side. 0.44 voltage drop. And let's check this side. I see one discolored cap here. Could that be the problem? Discolored cap does not mean the cap is faulty, but just a thought based on visual inspection. And look at this. We have a short circuit right here. First, we figured out the problem in 10 seconds that we had a short circuit. We flipped the board and we noticed that we have a short circuit right here. A short circuit here is likely a very good indication that we may have a shorted cap on this side of the board. Let's flip the board one more time. And we have nothing but this cap and this coil. So it's very likely that we have a short circuit on one of those caps. How can we find out? If you are a viewer of the channel, you should already know that we're going to be using the ultimate NF.short voltage injection tool. And you cannot see it, but it's right over here, down on the bottom. We're going to inject voltage onto the coil where we had the short. And then we're going to monitor the board under a thermal camera and see what gets hot on the board, so we can pinpoint where the short is coming from. If you are a hobbyist or you are in the same type of business and you did not already purchase the NF.short device, you can log into NorthridgeFix.com, click on shop, and you can buy it from our site. NF stands for NorthridgeFix, NF.short. And you can buy all your tools from our shop. Everything that we use on our bench here is sold on our site. All items are in stock and orders almost always ship out same day. We are a distributor of original Inventec Amtech Flux. You can buy in retail or wholesale. Voltage injection tool like the NF.short, power supply, soldering station, hot air station, thermal camera, grinding pan, everything. Just add to cart, check out, pay, and we almost always ship out same day. So we're gonna inject voltage right here, and I wanna see how many amps is being drawn by the board. We have a 0.3 amp draw. Not a very high amp draw, which could be a very good indication that we have a short on any one of those caps. Otherwise, a bigger issue would have been a higher amperage draw. 0.31 voltage drop, 0.29, around that range. Okay, so let me grab the thermal camera. We're gonna point it at this area of the board. And let's see. 1, that's the probe right here. 1, 2, and 3. Look at this. When I inject voltage at the coil, something is getting hot right under the coil, and those are the caps. But which cap is it? Let's take it one step further, and we're gonna use alcohol. I'm gonna put some alcohol on those caps, or we can use an atomizer. What an atomizer does is it sprays flux powder on the board, and when we inject voltage, whatever is getting hot will cause that flux powder to melt. Alcohol is more difficult to see and it evaporates faster, but just for the sake of speed right now, I'm gonna apply alcohol and see if it's obvious. If not, then we can use our atomizer, no problem. Or we can even use a macro lens on the thermal camera. If you have purchased a thermal camera from us, we also carry the macro lenses, and the macro lens will pinpoint the component that is shorted to ground. I'm currently using the Fleur E60 thermal camera, and I do not have a macro lens for that camera because it's $3,000, which is ridiculous. The UNI-T thermal camera that we sell, the macro lens goes for around, what, $80, which is a steal. Right now, what we're gonna do is inject voltage at the coil from this side or from that side. Then we're gonna soak those components with alcohol, those caps, and we're gonna watch where alcohol evaporates first. Put alcohol over those components. And look at this. I'm already able to tell that cap number 1 is the one that is shorted to ground. Watch this. I apply alcohol, and watch how alcohol is evaporating first on cap number 1. You see? Cap number 2 is still good. We still have alcohol on it. Cap number 3, cap number 4. We have alcohol on all 3 of them, but cap number 1 is the bad guy. Just a minute. Customer came in this morning with a Dell XPS laptop and an iPad. Looks like an iPad 7. They got a quote. We quoted them for the repair. And they told me, what is the problem with the laptop or iPad? I told them, I do not know, but we're going to do our best to fix both of them. And they looked like they wanted to talk. So I told them, just take the laptop and tablet, go home, think about it. When you're ready, you can come back. Drop in anytime between 12 to 5 o'clock. We accept pickups and drop-offs 12 to 5. So they left for like 20 minutes, and now they came back. They dropped their tablet and laptop, so we can get them fixed. Hopefully, I can help them out. And the same happened with a customer that came in this morning with a Nintendo Switch. Maybe 70, 80-year-old person, a very nice person. He wanted to call his daughter and ask her if it's okay to fix that Nintendo Switch for that price. And she told him no. She does not want to do it. And then he came back after 15 minutes. So right now we were able to tell that cap number 1 is what's shortened to ground. Let's remove the cap, replace it. And hopefully this console will work again. We do not know if there's anything else wrong, but because I've worked on a similar issue before, there's a very good chance that replacing the cap will fix the problem. Let's apply a little bit of genuine Amtech Flux, fume extractor on, and now we can remove that cap. Right, and I just grabbed another cap. Let's replace it. Very nice. And let's measure for short again. Very nice, 0.43. And of course the rest are gonna be 0.43. The job is done. I'm gonna hand the board over to Big Boss to reassemble and test, and I'll be back to finish the video. I handed the board over to Big Boss to reassemble and test, and Big Boss gave me this laptop. And I see a Hiroshima on this side of the board. He asked, do you wanna work on it? Let's take a look. And a lot of you still ask, who is Big Boss? Who is Big Boss? Who is Big Boss? Big Boss is my uncle from mom's side. He's been with me since 2014. I call him Big Boss. No way. No way we're gonna waste any time working on this laptop. No way. Layers of the board are nice and crispy. And look at this. Just like Kentucky Fried Chicken. And something is going on right here. And no. Non-practical repair, and we'll let the customer know. Big Boss just called up on me, and he's done with the reassembly of the console. And look at this. Look at this. The console is on. It's working. It's not powering off anymore. It used to be that when you press the power button, it comes on for a split second, then it goes back off. Now everything is good. He's gonna clean the fan for the customer, and the console is working. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, Big Boss, boss of all bosses. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll do something else in the next video. Let me check up on my dad quick and see what he's doing. Packaging your orders as usual. And those are the orders that he needs to work on. UV light, grinding pen, solder mask, fume extractor, and if we move on to the next order, we have anti-glare light, dual head brush, excellent choice, and all the items are excellent choice. We only carry and sell items that we use. Dual head brush, braid wig, jumper wire 0.1 millimeter enameled and non-enameled. Customer chose 2 non-enameled, and Amtech Flux. Next order, we have thermal camera, and next item we have a reballing stencil, only one item, and this one we have a charging station, adjustable metal clamp, multifunction storage box, and you can tell the quantity on the side here. Dust absorber, reballing stencil, solder balls, all sizes, 0.35, 0.45, and 0.55. And then we have solder paste and BGA blades. And actually one more. It continues right here. We have the grinding pen. Great. What about this one? The programmer, bias chip programmer. And here we have Amtech Flux, 2 of them, pad strips, 2 and 4. Solder mask, jumper wires, Amtech Flux, UV light, low melt solder, and braid wick, retimer controller chips, and a tweezer. Those are the ones that he is working on right now. And he already did more. He just came in. Great.